What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be discussing the difference between 7.62 and 5.56. I'm going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of both the cartridges, or all three of the cartridges, and that includes cost, what you're able to hunt, the speed of the round, and the availability. So 5.56 223. This is a 22 caliber bullet. This particular one is a 223, which I believe, I believe that means it is a little bit less of a hotter round, but if it shoots 223, it's going to be able to shoot 5.56, and vice versa. This is the standard round in an AR-15, and you can get steel case 223 ammo from, it's going to cost you about 27 cents per round, so a box of 20 is going to be about $5, which is not very expensive at all. Midway USA is currently having a sale on 223 ammo. It's actually brass-cased ammo, and that is about, I think it's $7 or $8 for 30 rounds of ammunition. And I live in Columbia, so I can just, just order it and then pick it up at their store in Columbia, and I get it free of shipping. And I just want to give a little shout out to Midway USA. But this is the standard round shot of an AR-15. It is a pretty fast little round, about 3,000 feet per second. This is a steel-cased round, so it's a little bit less hot. Might be closer to 2,700, but it's still a pretty fast round. And it's going to be able to shoot accurately over a distance, but it is fairly light, 55 grains, making it, wind can affect it, but you can kill really anything up to a deer with this. In Missouri, it is legal to hunt deer with a 223, but I would check with your state to see if it's legal. I just know if you live in Missouri, it's all good. You don't have to, pay, or you don't have to, use a different round. You could use your AR. So 7.62 by 39. This little guy is, I shouldn't say little guy, it's actually a pretty big round. That's it compared to a 223. If I get level with it, you can see 223 is a little bit, it's got a little bit bigger case. The bullet, or the whole cartridge, is just a hair bigger, but if I do this, and, or I'll actually put this on the table, and if you look at it, you can see that 30 caliber, or 7.62 by 39, that's a lot fatter round. It's got a little more width to it, and pretty much 7.62 is extremely cheap cartridge, one of the cheapest centerfire cartridges. It is shot out of most Russian or Soviet rifles. It's also like really Chinese rifles. My SKS, which is right here, I was working on it, actually shoots 7.62 by 39, and it is an extremely cheap cartridge, and most Soviet rifles will also be able to run on kind of crappy ammo, just because they're extremely resilient. This is a little bit of a slower round, only going about 2,000 feet per second, but still 2 times the speed of sound. You can really kill anything, I would say up to a hog. I know southern Missouri, people live in southern Missouri, there are hogs there. Get a little more south in Texas, Oklahoma, I know there are hogs there. And if you need a gun that will be able to take down a hog, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, an SKS would be a perfect rifle for you. You can get a conversion kit on an SKS and get one like what I have, where it's similar to an AK, get like a 40 round magazine for it, and you can easily take down some hogs with it. You might need to put a couple of rounds in it, because I know hogs are pretty resilient animals and will be able to take a couple of hits before they go down, but that 7.62 by 39 should be able to do the job. The 7.62 by 39 is a 122 grain. It fluctuates though. It can be a little bit higher than that, a little bit lower than that, but the average is a 122 grain round. Here's the 308, or 7.62 by 51. I believe that is the same thing. Correct me in the comments below, though, if I am wrong. Just tell me, and I'll, in the future I'll correct myself on that. But the 308, you can see, versus the 223. Oh, whoops. 308 is another very common cartridge fired out of a AR. It would be an AR-10 though. You can see that it is the same diameter bullet as a 7.62 by 39. If we go like this, you can see that they are the same diameter, but 308, the bullet's a lot longer. So pretty much what the 7.62 by 51, the by 51 or by 39 part means how long it is in millimeters, I believe. So I believe that this is about 5 centimeters long, and this is about 4 centimeters long. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how it is. If I were to compare this to the 223, you can see that it is a fatter round. Also, it is a lot taller of a round. This round is a pretty mean round. Well, this is a steel case round, so it's not as mean, but if you were to get a little bit of a hotter round, you could do some serious damage. The 308 that I own is a Savage Axis, which is a really low-cost rifle, and it works great so far. Pretty accurate. I have a big old scope on it. Shoots great. But coming out of a 24-inch barrel, I believe, this shoots at Mach 3, so 3,000 feet per second. It is a 150 grain round. That fluctuates as well, though, depending if you get soft tip ammo. Everything can really fluctuate, but the average is about 3,000 feet per second and 150 grain round. This is what SCARs shoot, the SCARs in the military. Some smaller sniper rifles will shoot this in the military, just because this is such a fast-moving round, and it's such a, big bullet. It's a huge 30 caliber bullet, and can move really fast. So, I'm going to recap all of these, and so, this round, the 5.56 223, it is a fast round, but it is small, but you can get it for a fairly cheap price. 7.62 by 39, it's a slower round, but it is a bigger round. You can also get this one for a fairly cheap price as well. I'll go over, this is a 55 grain bullet going about 3,000 feet per second. This is about 125 that can go up or down bullet going at about 2,000 feet per second. This is a 150 grain bullet going about 3,000 feet per second. So, and with this round, it's going to cost a little bit more. This steel cased ammo, you're going to get about 20 rounds for $10, but with a 308, you're not going to go to the range and put, 100 rounds down range. You're probably going to put down 50 at the most, so still fairly cheap. So what this is basically just a video telling you guys what you might want to get for your first gun, what caliber you might want to get. Maybe not your first gun, but maybe it's your first time buying a little bit of a larger caliber. I know I had trouble finding what I wanted to shoot. I had just 22s for a while, and I didn't know really what I wanted, so pretty much this is going to be low recoil, fast round, but not able to take anything out more than a deer. This is also a fairly low recoil, slow round, but it is fairly large, and you can kill pretty much anything up to a hog. This is a very fast round, also a very large round, but it has high recoil, and you can pretty much kill anything in America that walks America. I can't really think of anything that you wouldn't be able to kill with a 308. And 308s, you're basically going to have AR-10s and bolt-action rifles. I believe there are some lever-action rifles chambered in 308, but I think that it's not very common. 7.62 by 39. You're really just going to have Soviet-made rifles that will fire this, and then you'll get an occasional like mutant round where it's a it's like, or not a mutant round, but a mutant AR, where it's an AR that shoots 7.62 by 39, or I believe there's the Ruger like ranch rifle. They have a 7.62 by 39 version. And then this is pretty much going to be same thing as 308. It's going to be coming out of AR-15s and bolt-action rifles. But all of these rounds you can get in between, I would say $7 and $10 per box. Probably close to $5 to $10 per box. They're all pretty cheap. They're fairly cheap. That's why I do own all these all these guns that will shoot these. And you can find guns that are fairly cheap that shoot all these rounds. So in recap, this is a fast moving round that's small, and you can really kill up to a deer. This is a fairly large moving round, but it is slow, and you can pretty much take down a hog with this one. This is a fast and big bullet, but it has a pretty good amount of recoil, and you can really kill anything that walks in America. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope this helps some people figure out what kind of rifle they want to get, or what caliber they want to get. And hopefully this cleared up any confusion for people if they had any questions about each round and what were the advantages to all these rounds, the advantages and disadvantages. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give suggestions for what you want to see next. If you have any questions, I'll answer them in a future video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.